Hello, and welcome to another draft on the channel. We'll be doing some more Double Masters drafts, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot for a small channel. Anyway, pack one, pick one. Our rares are Vidalcan Orrery and Weathered Wayfarer. Not that great. Especially with all of the crew lands, the Weathered Wayfarer isn't as good, unless you're playing a bunch of them. And the uncommon slot are pretty bad. Misfire Adept, Labyrinth Champion, and Dragon Arc are not good. Body Double's pretty decent, but it's not amazing. Sidraxis Spectre is fine, but forcing 3 colors isn't that great. All in all, this pack is pretty weak, I would say. I might just take like pack one, pick one, Cryptic Spires, and maybe like a Disfigure for some early removal. Or Body Double. Yeah, let's take the Cryptic Spires and Body Double. I like that. As we are past a Villainous Wealth and a Golgari Rot Farm. Well, Villainous Wealth is one of the most consistent ways to win for the Sultai ramp decks. And then a Rot Farm is just a good crew land, so I like that. I'm surprised that those weren't picked. There's also Monastery Swiftspear as well. I'm so sad that we can't take both of these. Wish this was our pack one. But we have to take the Villainous Wealth here over the Golgari Rot Farm. Hopefully we can pick up some more of those later. As here we can get like a Disfigure or a Cryptic. I like the Cryptic. As the more mana fixing, the better. And then like Disfigure is good decent removal early game, and then Deadly Recluse is some nice death touch creature. Traveler's Amulet also playable if we wheel it. Here we can just take another Cryptic Spires or a Vampire Sovereign. Maybe take like the Prized Amalgam, like if we can get some reanimation style stuff. But I think I like the Cryptic Spires here over the Vampire Sovereign. Yeah. Just take the Cryptic Spires early, and then we don't have to deal with mana problems later. As we can take another Cryptic Spires or a Thrall. Thrall's early game and hard to deal with against for aggro, so we take it here. And now we just take another Cryptic Spires over like Zur the Enchanter or anything. Yeah, an Arachnus Web would have been fine pick there in case we get an Arachnus Spinner. But I think just taking the lands is better. And I doubt that Golgari Rot Farm is going to wheel, even though there was a Chancery in that pack, so there's a slight chance. Cards we're looking for are like Coiling Oracle, Deranged Assistant, and Elvish Rejuvenator. But yeah, we just want to like ramp a bunch and then cast a giant Villainous Wealth. Our mana base is looking nice. As here we are past a Seeker's Squire, I like that, over like an Elite or Neil Umbra. Yeah, just take the Seeker's Squire. Of note, there's like no mono green color cards, just some like multicolored green with the Glory Scale and the Chronicler of Heroes. I wish I could find a deck where Glory Scale's good, but there's just not enough multicolored cards to make it work in a single deck. And if you're trying to run like 10 multicolor cards for like maybe 2 Glory Scales, your mana problem is just going to be way too big. Here there's Arjun, the Shifting Flame, Brindleshote, and Dragmangler. I like Arjun just for the fact that he's just a 6-mana 5/5 that we can like just put in our top end slot. Or we just take the Brindleshote. Let's take the Brindleshote as just some early creatures to block. Same with like, it has the same kind of reputation as Carrier Thrall, where you can block with it, then it dies, then you just get another body. And it's just really hard for the aggro decks to deal with. And then early game is just fine as a 2-mana 1/1 that can jump block anything. And on our wheel pack, Misfire Adept, Labyrinth Champion, and Vidalcan Ori. None of them we really want, just take the Thrall here. Now on the next pack, please wheel the Golgari Rot Farm, that's all we ask. No, that was too much to ask, wasn't it? Oh well. Yeah, like, I doubted that would wheel in the first place, but a man can hope. A guy can hope. Bloodflow Connoisseur, we are definitely not playing. We definitely need some more ramp in the deck. Carrier Thralls are pseudo ramp, but they're less ramp and more prevent the aggro decks from winning on turn 1. Or not turn 1, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Cryptic Spires, taking them early was nice over spells that are probably going to get cut. Plus now we have a decent mana base, so we just need to pick up like 2 or 3 more Cryptic Spires and we'll be all set with mana. Prized Amalgam wheeling. So if we get any like reanimation stuff, Prized Amalgam can be considerable. Last Breath, I guess, if they have like some things, or like an aggro deck. Yeah, but we don't really want to play Last Breath, especially if we have to splash white for it. But then again, there was nothing really in that pack. Here, Zur might end up doing something if we find like an enchantment that we want to tutor out. So we might play Zur. Who knows? But we're definitely looking up for some ramp and some top end. Our early game is looking great, but that's about it. Like, Villainous Wealth is great as well, but we need some ramp to go with it, otherwise it's not that great. Here I think we take the Mole Drifter and Is It Boilerworks over Camball or Doran or Mana Leak. Webweaver Changeling's also nice. Vampire Sovereign's great. But these 2 cards are just amazing. Mole Drifter, draw some cards. And Is It Boilerworks? We just want a crew land. All the crew lands are really good, especially in this. Although it's not like one that shares multicolor, it helps us splash red if we do get a red card. Here we have Carador, Ghost Chieftain, which is nice. Works with Prized Amalgam, surprisingly enough. But I think we'd rather take Go for the Throw or Eyelet Ending. Definitely Go for the Throw. That's just some solid removal. Yeah, Go for the Throw over Carador, the Eyelet Ending. So we got a good removal spell now, but we still need some more ramp. As we are past Eternal Witness and Disfigure and Cryptic Spires. I'm honestly not even completely sold on Eternal Witness, as we only have Brindle Show and Villainous Wealth as some green cards right now. Let's take the Eternal Witness. Yeah, I like the Eternal Witness in this deck. Even though it's double green, we can definitely pick up some mana fixing to help cast it, as we already have 4 Cryptic Spires. Plus, it can buy back really anything. But we still need ramp desperately. As here we are past an Extract from Darkness and Cedrus, the Traitor King. Each creature card in your graveyard has Unearth for 3. That's definitely a fun one, but is it better than Extract? Good question. Like, Extract from Darkness is pretty good reanimation. Same as Cedrus, though. I think Cedrus, the problem with Cedrus is just he's like on a 6-drop. If we had another Extract from Darkness, we'd take Cedrus here, but we'd rather have the first Extract from Darkness. As we are past really nothing. Notable cards are like Young Pyromancer and Monastery Swiftspear for the aggro deck. But nothing really here. I guess we might play Bear's Companion. But probably not. Here, there's a Mana Leak, a Transmutation. Let's take the Mana Leak. Fiery Justice is a nice card when you can, like, cast it. Like, it's good removal. 5 damage separated among multiple creatures and they gain 5 life. We don't care about them gaining life. Excuse me. We don't care about them gaining life. Like, we'll get there eventually. Monastery Swiftspear still being in the pack this late is really surprising. But we just take the Glowspore Shaman here over Cryptic Spires as a mill in early game. Help us hit our land drops. I like that. Definitely looking for some more crew lands, some ramp, and maybe like another finisher or two. Yeah. Zur, we're not playing anymore. Or probably not playing. Not sure what enchantment it could possibly find, besides like an Eel Umbra. Or an Arachnus Web. Or Transmutation, but even then, it's not like worth splashing. We'd rather just play the Transmutation itself. Here, just take a Transmutation over a Bald Street Spy. Yeah, let's just take the Transmutation. Just some cheap removal. That can deal with big creatures later. And on our wheel pack, we have a Webweaver Changeling and a Vampire Sovereign. Both very good cards. I like the Vampire Sovereign here just because we're more black. And it doesn't require being more committed to our graveyard. Here, Grapple with the Past or Supernatural Stamina. I think I like a Grapple. Let's take a foil one because we can. And we already have one Spell Pierce in the sideboard. Let's just take a Jeskai Elder. Take a Thought Scour here over Liliana's Elite. Oh, whoa. Why is Monastery Swiftspear still in here? If there was a game to draft Swiftspears, this would be it. Oh, why is it still here? Why? Last pick, Monastery Swiftspear. Oh, hurts my heart. I love making Monastery Swiftspear decks. I tried to force it one time, but I only got one of them. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave a link in the description. But without like it had one Swiftspear in the entire draft, which really sucked. But I mean, this time would have been a different story. Anyway, let's actually look at our pack. We've got a Devoted Druid for ramp. There's a Seeker's Squire, which I don't think we need any more early game. Yahenni is nice, but we're not that aggressive. I think I like taking like Devoted Druid and Vampire Sovereign. Maybe we wheel like the Scion of Darkness and play it. Yeah, let's take Devoted Druid and Vampire Sovereign. As we are past Coiling Oracle and Elvish Rejuvenator in the same pack. Also Impervious Great Worm, but I don't think we need that right now. Let's just take the Rejuvenator over the Oracle. Just to be, like, make sure we can hit our 5-drops. And here, Anger of the Gods, Dreg Mangler. Just take the Forbidden Alchemy as some card advantage. And Annoyed Altasaur, that's a good one. Over Alacia, who smiles at death, which is another good card for the aggressive decks. There was an aggressive deck draft, this should have been it. Then again, us getting the Villainous Wealth so early was pretty good. Villainous Wealth and Annoyed Altasaur is kind of a non-bow, but that's fine, considering we could hit 6 other good cards. Our mana situation, we probably want like 1 or 2 more Cryptic Spires. But the Boiler Works is kind of fine. And here we get Sidisi, Blood Tyrant. Good 4-drop. We have 15 creatures in the deck, so it's looking pretty good. Webweaver Changeling is also nice, but Sidisi here. And now we get a Deranged Assistant over Force of Negation. Yeah, just take the Deranged Assistant. Again, if there was an aggro deck, this would have been it. We would have took an Augury there. We would have had Yahenni, Alacia, multiple Swift Spears, Supernatural Staminas. Go for the... yeah. Ah, well. You can't win them all. Looking at cuts... we probably cut a Transmutation... and... Mana Leak? Yeah. Maybe not Mana Leak, we'll see. We want as many creatures as possible for Sidisi. Prized Amalgam's interesting, like we've only got Extract from Darkness to work with it. But it's a 3/3 for 3, so it might be playable. Hopefully the Coiling Oracle Wheels, I doubt it, but there's a chance. And here, just take like a Traveler's... we don't really want a Traveler's Amulet, nor do you want an Experiment 1. Phyrexian Altar. Is Phyrexian Altar good? No. Do you want to splash like a Bant Charm or Surreal Memoir? We might want to if there's like a super problematic enchantment. Here, just take the Agony Warp as some good cheap removal. And Scion of Darkness here is another top end card. I don't mind. Yeah, because our top end's just Villainous Wealth, Annoyed Altasaur, and Scion with a bunch of 5-drops. Okay, the Garrison Wield, but I don't think we even want it since it's not on our colors. Just take the Winged Quaddle for some early game. Cuts. The Jeskai Elder. Do we cut Grapple? Yeah, Grapple buybacks Witness. Or any other creature for that matter. Plus it wheels, or not wheels, it mills a bit. Don't know why I said wheels there. We can cut 1 Thrall. Yeah, I like cutting 1 Thrall. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. That means we'll have 24. Do we want to run 24 lands? No, I think we want to run, or not 24. We want to run 24 spells. Supernatural Stamina, Guided Passage. I'm not playing the Stamina. Let's just... I think we need 1 more cut here. And... I kind of want to cut a non-creature spell, but... what non-creature spell? Tower Gargoyle. Probably just cut Thought Scour. Yeah, it's just a cantrip. We don't really care about the prowess. And then blue, green, black, blue, green, black, And what do we need early? Black-green? Yeah, let's go black-green. Yeah, and then we can just auto-add basic lands, since I'm too lazy to figure out lands. The optimal mana base. Like, well, one thing's for sure, we can cut an island for a forest. There we go. Well, I will see you all in round 1. We are here in round 1 against Wilfredo. This is a hard mulligan. And we're going to have to mulligan again since we have 2 black sources and no others. This is much better. We'll keep and put... I like Body Double Scion of Darkness combo. It's a little funny. If this was a normal hand, we would love every single card in it, but... let's just put the Scion of Darkness away and the Body Double. So we can draw some cards and ramp a bit. Then we'll possibly find some other threats. They pass. We play a land and pass the turn. We draw a Prized Amalgam. That's fine. What do you got, OP? You have a Jeskai Ascendancy. That's scary. We draw a land, so let's just cast the Rejuvenator and start ramping. Deranged Assistant and Devoted Druid put to the bottom, and we pass turn. Let's see what you got. Land into Cult. Oh, that is really scary with Jeskai Ascendancy. Yeah, 3 lifelinking creatures. Yikes. This will not end well for me. Let's Mole Drifter, see what we draw. Winged Coatl and Agony Warp. Yeah, sure. We'll be able to kill 1 vampire at least. With the Agony Warp, and then we could, like, Winged Coatl block the other. But yeah. I think in our sideboard we did grab a card just in case of, like, a problematic enchantment. No, not prizes. Deck. Yeah, Bant Charm can destroy enchantments, I think. Or is it artifacts? I don't remember. We'll have to check in sideboard afterwards. They draw a card with Wool. And then cast a Hissing Iguanar. Okay. So they don't do anything yet. Hissing Iguanar is definitely going to take the bullet for Agony Warp, though. Let's do this. Blue, black. Cast Agony Warp. Well, we can do it on their turn. Let's tap 2, cast Grapple with the Pass, and see what we mill. Okay. We'll grab the Eternal Witness. And then play a Cryptic Spires tapped, and let's put a stop on their upkeep. That way they have 1 less card. So we can shrink a vampire. We will Agony Warp, -3 and -3. This way we get rid of the Iguanar, we shrink a vampire, all that fun stuff. Restoration. Okay, that was a card that punishes us harshly, but we aren't going to play around a rare anyway. So we play around commons and uncommons, but not rares. They just pass. Let's play a land and tap 3 for Forbidden Alchemy. Let's get Sidisi and cast Sidisi. And we hit Annoyed Altasaur and 2 lands. We'll just pass now. So Sidisi will start milling us and getting some creatures in the graveyard. Getting some zombie tokens out of it. The thing about Jeskai Ascendancy in Limited that people sometimes forget, including me, is that it untaps stuff. Dax, duplicate. Copying the Iguanar, I'm guessing. Or the Mold. Yeah, Mold Drifter makes sense. We're both at 20s, so Dethrone's gonna trigger. They attack. There's yields. We take it, and Villainous Wealth? Carrier Thrall. Let's see. The way we win this is like a giant Villainous Wealth, so I guess we buy back Boiler Works? No, let's cast Forbidden Alchemy here. Flashback. Go grab a Villainous Wealth. And mill some creatures, get another zombie. No attacks and pass the turn. Now we just gotta keep hitting our land drops. Which is gonna be a little hard, considering that we're under a lot of pressure. Milling, go for the throat, and Extraction Darkness as well, which is annoying, but fine. Yeah, Spider Spawning would have been an amazing pickup if we could find it. They draw, they got 4 cards in hand. And what are they casting? A Laev Sky Knight? Guess we can't chump block with our Mold Drifter for the turn. Yep, we take 6, go down to 11. We'll lay a land. Tap 3 for a Winged Quaddle. We could flash it out. I completely forgot about that, so oh well. We'll cast an Eternal Witness. Enters the battlefield. It will buy back the Agony Warp. Over, like, Boiler Works. Yes. And let's do it now before they have any, no, we have to wait on their upkeep. That way we can not take as much damage as possible. Currently we can Villainous Wealth for 5. Which is fine. It's not going to hit too much. It'll hit maybe like 3 spells, and one of them we can't cast. Yeah, we just gotta wait. No attacks. Pass the turn. What do they got? Aether Mage's Touch. Sure, let's see what you get. 4 cards revealed. They hit a Weathered Wayfarer, another Age of the Mage's Touch, and a Jeskai Charm, and a Swamp. And then just stop on their upkeep. Black, blue, Agony Warp, minus 3 this. No, it's -3 this and kill the Iguanar, because if they just swing all out, we're probably dead because we would have to jump block a bunch. So killing the Iguanar is our top priority. Iguanar successfully dies. And what you got? Tariel, Reckoner of Souls. They can reanimate my Seeker's Squire, Annoyed Ultisaur, Brindleshote, and Glowspore Shaman. So I have a 1 in 4 chance of hitting something powerful. Another Swamp, that's good. Yeah, let's Villainous Wealth for now. If anything's gonna save us, a Villainous Wealth now is. So X is 6. Let's see what we hit. We get 4 spells. Mentor of the Meek, Miss Meadow Witch, God's Willing. Let's Deep Analysis, target ourselves, and God's Willing on a zombie. Doesn't really matter. Let's give it white. Let's put that on the bottom of our library. Draw 2 cards. Vampire Sovereigns are great. Yep, okay. This is turning into a winnable game. We can't attack because they still have the Mole Drifter on defense. But now we have a board. And cards, so things are looking up. 1, 2, 3. So we'll have 8 mana next turn, so we can Vampire Sovereign, Prize Amalgam. If we don't have white mana to activate the Miss Meadow Witch. Our bottom 2 cards are a Avatar and a body double, so we can one problem I have with casting Deep Analysis that gives it to them in their graveyard, so now they can flash it back, which is definitely annoying. On the plus side, this Winged Quaddle is forcing them so they can't attack with Tariel. And some Vampire Sovereigns will definitely swing the game in my favor. Let's just hope that they don't draw anything good. Let's see. They finally took their draw step. If they do reanimate something from us, best thing to reanimate for us would probably be like a Brindleshote, or for them. Otherwise, hopefully the Glowspore. Oh, okay, Seeker Squire, that's fine. They hit an Aether Snipe. Okay, that's on top of their deck, so that's not good. And what you got? Unburial Rites the Aether Snipe? Yikes. Oh, this is a combo with Jeskai 7C Tariel. That is a cool looking combo. I did not think of that. Bather Snipe bounces our Quaddle, so we're gonna have to do some. No, we're just dead on board. GG's. On to sideboarding. Let's see. I think we want Spell Pierce in this. Bant Charm is destroy target artifact. Dang it. If it was an enchantment, we probably board it in, especially because we won't wait in case we steal Miss Meta Witch again. But we're probably cutting like Grapple. Yeah, let's cut Grapple and throw it back in. Yes, we'll be on the play, and this is a unkeepable hand. This is better. We'll bottom the Altasaur. Yeah, let's bottom the Altasaur. Like, there is a reasonable argument to keep Altasaur, but we already have enough card draw that we don't need to keep a threat. And we can just find another. Land and go. Sadly not one of our ramp spells like Derange Assistant or Devoted Druid. Probably next turn we're gonna Forbidden Alchemy to try and find something. They cast a Wall of Omens. We'll play a Forest and pass the turn. They play Island. End of turn, we will cast Forbidden Alchemy. Go for the throw over land. Yeah, go for the throw. And land Evoke Mole Drifter. Yeah, let's just evoke Mole Drifter. Hitting a Swamp and another Vampire Sovereign. That's pretty good. They just pass. It's pretty good. And a Scion of Darkness we can definitely cast late game. Let's slam a Vampire Sovereign. They let it resolve. That's good. And we pass the turn. And they cast Aether Mage's Touch, revealing Restoration Angel. That can flicker the wall. Pretty nice. Yep, draw a card. Yeah. We can still block the Resto Angel, so it's fine. What do they got for 5 mana? We might have just mistapped or something. Elsha of the Infinite. Yeah, that is definitely getting Agony Warped. Yeah, let's Agony Warp it right now. Let's play a land, cast a Devoted Druid. Swing for 3. And pass the turn, hold up, go for the throat. If they just pass, then they're just going to cast their thing. Their, Jeskai Ascendancy. And to Mentor the Meek. I don't think we go for the throat the Mentor. It's fine. Let's cast Sidisi or Vampire Sovereign. Let's go with Sidisi. We mill Forest, Swamp, and Carrier Thrall. And get a zombie, swing for 3. And then pass the turn. Yep. Ritual Ascendancy is online, though, which is definitely scary. I still have 6 cards in hand. They cast an Aether Snipe, balancing my zombie. Yep, makes sense. Let's go for the throw of the Aether Snipe. Always yield, yep. Hopefully they don't draw Black Source for like Unburial Rites, or just don't draw Unburial Rites in the first place. Move to combat. Swing with both of these. Trigger, we mill. Swamp Forest, Elvish Rejuvenator. So Body Double still in the deck. Let's cast Vampire Sovereign into a Deranged Assistant. And pass the turn. They're going to need 2 flyers to survive this. Young Pyromancer. They draw a card. Guess they're looking for answers. No, not to survive. Never mind, I'm just dumb. Winged Quaddle. Tap, mill, Villainous Wealth, dang it. Well, we got more cards in the deck. 7. Let's flashback. Forbidden Alchemy. Guess like what we want to try and hit is like Eternal Witness, since it's still in the deck. Body Double and Extract from Darkness. I like Body Double since it doesn't mill us. Just for the fact, even though we could have created a zombie there. Just for the fact that we don't really want to mill ourselves out at 9 cards left in deck. A Resto Angel. Flicker the Wall. Yep. If they get another flyer or they don't have enough mana to recast Resto Angel, we can just Body Double, copy Aether Snipe. Land, what you got? They are tapping some mana and casting Deep Analysis to try and find an answer. Always yield, always yield, always yield. They draw a card, and then what do they discard? Just a land. Mentor of the Meek. They pay. Just to draw as many cards as possible. Makes sense. And then they cast a Sky Knight. Great. That detains one of our Vampire Sovereigns. Let's see, we've got 4 attackers and they've got a lot of blockers, so we can't... Or 3 attackers. Tap, mill a card. Mill land. Let's cycle the Scion of Darkness. It could be nice, but I don't think we're going to get it. Play land, and we just pass the turn here. Actually, we can move to combat. Swing for 3, and then if they block, then we can just Body Double. Or if they trade with Vampire Sovereign. Yep, looks like they trade. Doesn't matter how we block. We body double, copy Vampire Sovereign, and that kills them. Okay, on to game number 3. Yeah, they have enough flicker, so Casmina's Transmutation doesn't do much. Yeah, let's just throw it back in. Final round. This looks like a pretty decent hand. Let's play... Ooh, Villainous Wealth. We'll get there eventually. It's kind of a dead card at the moment. Because we're going to need a whole lot of ramp to get there. Tap land, pass a turn. They play tap land and pass the turn. We play a island and end of turn Forbidden Alchemy. I like that. They cast a Mistmana Witch. Forbidden Alchemy getting body double? Or let's get the Boiler Works. That way we can continuously hit our lands. Let's tap 2 for Secret Squire. Enters battlefield. Extract from Darkness. Let's put that on top of our library. And then black, blue. Let's get rid of the Mistmana Witch while we can. And Agony Warp it. Pass the turn. They finally draw their card. I'm probably going to have to edit back there, so you don't have to sit there for like 2 minutes just waiting. Combat, swing for 2. Yeah, them missing red is definitely hurting them. Let's go with the Prize Amalgam. It actually represents more damage. Play the Boiler Works. Balance that, and pass turn. Plus, if they kill the Prize Amalgam, we can always reanimate it with Extract from Darkness. They cast Deep Analysis, and had a red source, and then flashback Deep Analysis. Nope, cast a Young Pyro. Green, black. Cast Glowspore Shaman. Mill 3, let's buy back an untapped land. Let's go with the green source. Play an island, move to combat. Swing. And pass the turn. They cast Aether Snipe? Oh, Tariel. That's a little scary. They can reanimate our Body Double, or Vampire Sovereign, or Carrier Thrall. Oh, let me retap correctly. Why is green the front color, yet it's not the first color you can tap? That's just dumb. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land, and pass a turn. If they activate Tariel, we can flash back Forbidden Alchemy so they have a lesser chance of hitting like a Vampire Sovereign or Body Double. They do it. We will flash back Forbidden Alchemy. Let's fill our graveyard more. Let's grab Go for the Throat. And mill a Mole Drifter. They still reanimate the Vampire Sovereign, which is fine. So we're definitely Go for the Throating Tariel. Let's see what you got. Aether Snipe. Bounce my Quaddle. Or what? Yep, prep the Coatl. We'll have 8 mana next turn, so Villainous Wealth for 5 is just not that great. Okay, play a Forest. Tap 2 for Go for the Throat on Tario. And cast Extract from Darkness. Return Tariel over Scion of Darkness. No attacks, and pass the turn. Your deck is now my deck, OP. Still got 5 cards in hand, though, which is definitely scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next turn, 9 mana. So Villainous Wealth for 6 is fine. If we keep drawing lands, we'll keep holding Villainous Wealth up until the point where we don't do anything. Sorry. Yawning a lot. Just need a bit of water. I don't think we block. We just take 4. Like, sure, it's they might have like an Unburial Rites is probably what they have. Like they want us to kill it, and then they can reanimate it, get back their Tariel. Yeah, that's what they have. Yep, called it Unburial Rites. They get another Elemental, and they can detain our Tariel. Or their Tariel, really. Let's cast Devoted Druid. That's 2 more X's into Villainous Wealth. Or 2 more into Villainous Wealth, so that's pretty good. Just pass the turn. We have Winged Coatl. See what you got. Scion of Darkness is in the graveyard, but we still have the Annoyed Altasaur in the deck. So that's nice. Let's see. Two mana, 3 mana. They Unburial Rites Miss Meadow. We'll fizzle that with activating Tariel to get Miss Meadow Witch under our control. Always yield, always yield, always yield. But now we don't have a blocker in the air, which is a little annoying, but fine. This fizzles their Unburial Rite, so they can't like flicker Tariel and then get it back. They attack with everything. Yikes. Well, now, oh, what did they got? God's Willing, giving protection. Yep, Pseudo Vigilance, give it protection from green or black. Best case scenario, they choose black. And then we can eat it with the Coatl. Or not eat it, but trade it. They choose... They've got 5 minutes left in their times. They choose black. Perfect. Let's tap 3 and flash in the Coatl. Move to blocks. Block there. Block there. Any instant sorcery does a lot to us. We actually might have to block the Quaddle on one of these, just for the fact that it might kill us otherwise. Block there. Block there. If they have any instant sorcery, all of our blocks are pretty much ruined. But, yep. Ooh, even lifelink. Yikes. This Villainous Wealth has got to be good. They discard Elsha of the Infinite. We go down to 6. Our turn. Untap land? Yeah, tap land. We can tap. Or let's tap. Untap Devoted Druid. Tap, tap, tap. Let's see how much mana this will be for. Target you. Winning with damage is not happening anytime soon. Hopefully, or probably. We get 5. Aether Snipe, Weathered Wayfarer, Dax Duplicate, Aether Mage's Touch. Okay, so let's start with Wall of Omens. Cast that. Weathered Wayfarer, we can cast that. Aether Snipe, we can cast that. Dax Duplicate, so we can copy like the Aether Snipe or the Sky Knight. And Aether Mage's Touch. Let's see what we get with Aether Mages. Eternal Witness, that's actually perfect. Eternal Witness will buy back Villainous Wealth, so that's how we're going to win. Yes. Dax Duplicate will copy Sky Knight. Yeah, let's copy Sky Knight. Enters the battlefield, it will lock down their Aether Snipe. We get an Aether Snipe. Bounce a token. And then we get Weathered Wayfarer and Wall of Omens. Draw card. And we can get, like, Seeker of the Way, or Elsha, or Miss Meadow, whatever. But, swing for 4. And pass a turn. And we have stabilized pretty well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers for 6 attackers. Hissing Iguanar. Well, that ain't good. Into Call to the Feast. Yikes, the Iguanar is just deadly here. Is there, like, anything in Cedrus? Yes, foil Cedrus. Do we play against people in pods? Like, seriously, we saw a foil Cedrus, right? We must be playing against people similarly in pods. Block here. I'm not sure we can survive this because of the Hissing Iguanar. But we'll see. Damage happens. 5 Hissing Iguanar triggers. GG's. 2 life short of living. And winning. Oh well. GG's. Was a good game. On to game number 2. Yikes, that was close. Alright, we are here in round 2 against Majestico. This looks like a fine keep. A little bit of ramp. We're missing green, but that's relatively fine. We've got basically 3 lands in hand. We'll start off with a swamp and pass the turn. If we draw like an untapped land, if an island, we'll play the Deranged Assistant or the Thrall, but just spoiler works here. Pass the turn. They play a forest into what you got. Devoted Druid. Yep, that's a rampy card. Well, let's go with Deranged Assistant. Because Seeker Squire will, like, either draw land or help try and find a land, but Deranged Assistant was a mana either way. I guess there was an argument for Seeker Squire there. Ooh, Graveblade Marauder. Scary. Into 2 mana Brindleshout or Rampant Growth. Yep. That is fine by me. Land off the top. Ha, never punished. We mill Eternal Witness. Let's cast Seeker Squire. Sign of Darkness, we'll put that into our graveyard, and next turn we can reanimate it. And then we can like go for the Throat the Graveblade, and then get it back. Yeah, I like that. They cast Grapple with the Past. Hellkite Overlord. If they don't return it, we will. Nope, they just grab it. Oh well. We can, yeah, we'll just like probably go for the Throat maybe for it. They just pass. Annoyed Altasaur with no green mana. Gotta love it. Mill Vampire Sovereign. Cast Extract from Darkness. Mill Fiery Fallen Cryptic Spires from our opponent, but grab the Sign of Darkness. Pass the turn. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. So 1 off the Hellkite Overlord and Ground Assault. Yikes. They just pass. We will play another Swamp. Mill another card. It's a Brindleshout. Cast a Carrier Thrall. And pass a turn. No attacks. They just slam Hellkite Overlord. We can go for the Throated, so it's not too scary. 8 mana, Hellkite Overlord. Die. Ah, well, that's convenient. Go for the throw. Mill a spell? A forest. Pass the turn. Simic Growth Chamber. Yep. We only have 2 cards in hand, including 1 land, so we're looking pretty decent as if we can draw a green source. Oh ho ho! Hello there, Body Double. We mill another forest. But let's Body Double, copying Hellkite Overlord. Swing for 8. And we'll give it Fire Breathing. Is it Boilerworks, dealing 1 extra point of damage? Hellkite Overlord, dum dum dum. Yeah, Body Double was a good top deck there. And they have another Devoted Druid. They pass the turn. And another swamp, of course. Mill a spell, an island. Well, we can't regenerate it at the moment, so just fire breathing it. Swing for 9. And down to 2 they go. And pass the turn. Will we be able to steal this game? Do they have a villainous wealth? Oh no. Oh no. This is a villainous wealth, isn't it? Oh, Lavalanche. Lavalanche hurts a lot. Wipes away our board, takes us down to 10. But they still probably have to hold back their Graveblade Marauder. If we draw a green source, we just win because we can buy back Vampire Sovereign and kill them. Force off the top. Move to combat. Swing for 1. We can Agony Warp with the Graveblade Marauder. So it's just a -2, 1. Our Eldrazi eats it, and we pass. We're giving them a lot of time to try and find an answer. I don't like it. A Deadly Recluse. That's a blocker for sure. No, Devoted Druid. We need a green source as in land, not creatures. I should have been more specific. Come on, force off the top, force off the top. Forest, let's move to combat and swing for 1. Since they're swinging, they probably have something. Or do they just want to chump block with the Devoted Druid? That's fine. Second main phase. Cast Grapple with the Past. Get back our Vampire Sovereign. Cast Vampire Sovereign. And unless they have counter magic, that's game. GG's. On to sideboarding. Against a ramp deck, Spell Pierce is just a blowout against their Lavalanche. And same with Mana Leak, so we'll throw those 2 in. And what do we cut? We cut Scion of Darkness. It's cute. Definitely works well with stealing Hellkites. Let's cut the Thrall and the Brindle Shoat since they're not aggressive enough for those cards to be good. Especially when their win condition revolves around dealing a bunch of damage in the sky or something. That's a mulligan. This is much better, and we will bottom the Scion, sadly. Scion is nice, but don't think it works too well in this situation. Let's play the blue Cryptic Spires and pass. Forest into Devoted Druid. Oh, Brindle Shoat, that's fine. Swamp and pass. We could play Cryptic Spires here, but we'd rather hold up Mana Leak for 2 turns. Maybe basic land cycle Fiery Fall. Get a Swamp. They Growth Chamber instead of the Swamp, so they've got 6 known cards in hand. or 2 known cards in hand, 4 of them unknown. We just pass the turn. Yep. We take a bit of damage. And then a Grim Flare. Do we Mana Leak that? Yeah, let's Mana Leak that. It's just going to be hard to block, and we can go for the throw anything else, really. And then they pass. Villainous Wealth, okay. So, new game plan. Start hitting land drops. Sidisi, always yield. Always yield. Our Spell Pierce is in the graveyard, so we can't, like, Spell Pierce a Lavalanche anymore. Let's see. Yeah, next turn just Mold Drifter. Or do we go for the throw at the Grave Blade and start creating an army of zombies? Yeah, let's just Mold Drifter here. Cast Mold Drifter. Draw 2 cards. Perfect. Those are lands. We want lands. They're tapping 4 mana or 5 mana for a Webweaver Changeling, so we're not swinging in anytime soon. Eternal Witness. Huh. That is interesting. We still have Grapple with the Past. We can, like, Eternal Witness now, get back Annoyed Altasaur. Next turn, cast Annoyed Altasaur. Or we can go for the throw, the Webweaver Changeling, buy it back with Eternal Witness. Let's E-Wit here. Get back the Annoyed Altasaur. Over, like, Spell Pierce or Mana Leak. Play Boilerworks. Bounce a Forest, and pass the turn. I mistap my mana, so we aren't holding up any go for the throats, but hopefully we don't have to. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so they could definitely have a Hellkite Overlord if they have, like, land. Oh no, they... Rurik Thar. Yeah, that's definitely going to need to eat a go for the throat. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe not. I think we'll risk it and cast Annoyed Altasaur. Cascade into Devoted Druid, cool. And then we can just trade Rurik Thar for Annoyed Altasaur. I'm cool with that. The Devoted Druid ramps us a bit into our Villainous Wealth. They cast an Iguanar. That is definitely annoying. But at 18, it's fine. We'll trade. And then take 1 from the Iguanar, unless they have a Stamina that costs them 6 life. Wait. They targeted our own Annoyed Altasaur? Under its owner's control. They probably thought it was like, return under your control. Yeah, GG's, OP. Oh, well, sometimes you make mistakes. Maybe it was a misclick. I don't know. On to game number 3. All right, we are here in round 3 against Obanov. Yes, we will be on the play, and this is a hard mulligan with 1 land. This is much better. We'll bottom a forest. start our game off with a island and pass. Actually, probably should have been a forest there, just in case we draw a Glowspore Shaman, but getting the Devoted Druid is also good. So they pass. We will tap 2 and cast the Deranged Assistant, and pass turn. They play land and pass. Play Cryptic Spires. Mill Seeker Squire. Cast a Mole Drifter. Draw 2 cards. And pass the turn. They just play another land and pass. We will also play a land. And move to combat. Swing for 3. And we will pass a turn. They might be missing a color. Or just be very slow. Sensor Splicer. Yep. End of turn, flash in, Winged Quaddle. And go for the Throat the Sensor Splicer, because any Flicker deck, they have ways to abuse it. Move to combat. Swing for 3 in the air. Tap. Mill a Glowspore Shaman. And blue-black. Cast a Prized Amalgam. And pass the turn. Honestly, I kind of want my Mole Drifter to die so we can buy it back with Eternal Witness. So if we need to hold a Chump Blocker back, Mole Drifter would be nice. But then again, also the damage in the air is important as well to keep up the pressure. Yeah, they're definitely a Flicker deck of some sort. They were just really slow, probably because they must have a bunch of Flicker cards in hand, but no Flicker targets at the moment until they got the Sensor Splicer, which we instantly killed, so that's not a threat anymore. A Singular Golem isn't that scary, especially when we can trade it with a Prized Amalgam and get the Amalgam back later. Let's see, what you gonna do, OP? What are you gonna do? If I didn't edit this out in your one, oh, never mind. Settle Beyond Reality. Yep. As I thought, they had some Flicker stuff, some more expensive stuff. Glad we got rid of the Sensor Splicer while we could. We draw Agony Warp. Not bad. We'll hold that. Just play land. Swing for 3. And pass the turn. We just want to hold our Ewit for something actually good. And then another Sensor Splicer. Another Settle Beyond Reality. That we don't want it to get exiled, so we fog the Phyrexian Golem and kill our Mole Drifter. That way we can Ewit it back. Sure, they can God's Willing the Golem so they can swing in for 3. That's fine. We just want to kill our Mole Drifter. That way it doesn't get exiled. Yep, they can swing in for 3, but they don't, so not sure why they cast that there. Cast Eternal Witness. Gets back the Mole Drifter. Yes. Play land. Mill. Extract from Darkness. Dang it. Oh well. cast Muldrifter. Yeah, probably wasn't the correct idea to cast or mill with the range assistant just in case we mill Villainous Wealth, which is what we just drew. Next turn we can Villainous Wealth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7. That seems pretty decent. And if we draw an untapped source, it would be 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 7 looks pretty good. They have another Settle Beyond Reality. Yeah, their deck is pretty slow with a lot of expensive cards. If they had Sensor Splicer in play, it would be pretty good right now. Now here's a question. Do we wait one more turn for the Villainous Wealth? Try and get more value? Let's wait a turn. Let's get a bit greedy. We'll Rejuvenate. Go get a Cryptic Spires, putting away our Annoyed Altasaur and Vampire Sovereign. We'll play Brindleshoot. Swing for 1 in the air. And pass the turn. Now, what do you got? A Bonkin? Yeah, that's fine. Sidisi. Yeah, now this is the point where we cast our Villainous Wealth. And by the way, we milled Carrier Thrall with our Deranged Assistant. Villainous Wealth for 8. Let's see what you got. Do they just concede to hide the information? Probably, but they don't. We hit 4 planes. Miss Meadow Witch, Militia Bugler, Sky Knight, and Elder. Doesn't really matter what order we put these in. Yep. Enters the battlefield. It will detain the Golem. Bugler probably doesn't find much in the deck, quite honestly. We might get lucky if it hits something, but I'm not sure if it will hit anything. Like, it can hit Brindleshout, Deranged Assistant, Devoted Druid, Seeker Squire, Glowspore, or not Glowspore. Yeah. They God's Willing. Protection from blue. Yeah, sure. So the Golem as prop blue this turn. Bugler enters battlefield. It's going to whiff, right? Oh, it hits body double. Nice. It's a 0/0. Moved combat. Swing for 1 in the air. And pass the turn. You probably want the Ewit to die so we can body double it back and then recast Villainous Wealth all over again. Yeah, I like that. Seems fun. What do they have? Another Settle Beyond Reality, maybe? A Wingsteed Rider. 2 cards left in hand for them. A land. Play an island. Cast Sidisi, Blood Tyrant. Mill a bit. Forbidden Alchemy, a Scion of Darkness, and a Swamp. We'll move to combat. Swing with Eternal Witness and Winged Coatl. We'd rather trade the Coatl than the Sky Knight right now, because Sky Knight represents more damage. They battlefield promotion anyway, so we're gonna lose our Winged Coatl either or. If they eat the Ewit, I am very happy. Yep. Damage happens. First strike, then normal damage. And then second main phase, we cast Body Double. Copying Eternal Witness. Buying back Villainous Wealth. Yes, and pass the turn. We might want to tap Range Assistant to attempt to try and get his free zombie. 7 mana, what do they got? A Drog Skull Reaver. Oh, that's a big card. We mill a Grapple with the past. Oh, that's annoying. 1 mill, is it Boiler Works? Cast Villainous Wealth for, this might be 8 again. Yep, 8. Trigger Prowess. And what do we hit? 4 cards. Emil the Blessed. Supreme Verdict. Relief Captain and Wall of Omens. We could just wipe the board. Honestly, I'm down for that. Let's... Actually, we like our lock with Emil the Blessed. Let's wipe the board. Emil the Blessed. I misdid that. Relief Captain was supposed to be first, but that's fine. Yeah, Supreme with Verdict, everything. We get a boar. We draw a card. Relief Captain pumps these two. And we get Emil the Blessed. And we'll play a land and pass the turn. They will mill out before us, so. Yeah, GG's on to game 2, or round 2. Sideboarding against this. Do you want to throw in Spell Pierce or Thoughts or Mana Leak? Let's just run it back. Here, this no blue mana, we'll mulligan. No green mana, we'll mulligan. We'll keep this version, and we'll bottom Prized Amalgam and Agony Warp. Yeah, hopefully we draw a land. That's all we can hope for. Perfect. Problems are solved. Island go. Tap 3, cast a Bugler. And they find Seeker of the Way. Swamp pass. They swing for 2. Yep. And then they cast Emil the Blessed. We'll cast Forbidden Alchemy, hitting, whoa, that is a lot of land. I guess we're not finding any lands for the rest of the game. Maybe one more. Let's cast Sidisi, always yield, and always yield. We mill 2 more lands and Eternal Witness. What are the odds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lands. 12 out of 17 in the top half, so we've got 5 lands in the rest of the 24. Wow. Settle Beyond Reality, that is fine. Always yield and always yield. Since I'm sure they're going to be doing more of that stuff. They get a Bondkin. They swing for 2, we take it. Or 4. Let's just cast Mole Drifter here, draw 2 cards, including a Vampire Sovereign and a Cryptic Spires. They're still missing blue mana, which is good. Never mind, scratch that, they just hit blue mana. Speaking of the devil. Let's double block Emil. They probably have the combat trick that gives a +1/+1 counter. And first strike. Well, let's force it out of them. Not sure we can do any more than that. Yep, Battlefield Promotion. Oh, they cast Last Breath. That's an interesting one. But sure. That's more than welcome. Over Battlefield Promotion. Then they cast... Oh, no, they just flicker. What do they find this time? Nothing. So they've got a Bondkin and a Seeker of the Way in hand. Let's cast Vampire Sovereign. Drain a bit, play tap land, and pass a turn. Let's just keep hitting our lands. They cast a Seeker. They probably pay the 1, right? Yeah, they pay the 1. Into Bondkin, pay the 1. They swing for 4, we take it. And then they just pass. So they're probably going to flicker Militia Bugler. Scion of Darkness is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 lands in total, counting hand and play, so we can definitely cast Scion soon. Let's cast Glowspore Shaman. Enters the battlefield. We mill Winged Coatl, go for the throat, and a land. Let's put a land on top. Tap 2, cast a Carrier Thrall. Play a land. Swing for 3. And pass the turn. And then, yep, flicker the blue Bugler as predicted. They still have a Bondkin in hand, and they get a Wingstead Rider. That is all fine and dandy. They cast the Wingstead Rider. Probably pay the 1. Yep. Waiting on the Bondkin to possibly get the extra +1/+1 counter. I can see that. They swing in with a Bugler. We are more than happy to trade with that. That means there's a creature in the graveyard for our Scion of Darkness. Land, move to combat, swing for 3. They probably take it, unless they have Battlefield Promotion, which they don't. Second main phase, black, black, black. Cast Scion of Darkness. Fun little card. It's a big Daemon. And then we can flashback Forbidden Alchemy next turn if we don't draw anything. If we draw Villainous Wealth, let's see, how would that look? We would play land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so it would be 7. Wouldn't be bad. We could hit their Drog Skull Reaver, so would seem pretty good. Drog Skull Reaver? Question mark? No. I'm a little concerned now. They've got so much to do. 5 cards in hand, they can continuously flicker. They probably are just trying to figure out the best line here. They don't have Drog Skull Reaver, otherwise they probably would slam it right now. Hopefully they don't have Miss Meadow Witch, because then that shuts down our Villainous Wealth stealing creatures. Supreme Verdict? Oh, that's fine. That's more than fine, actually. Yeah, sure. We get a Scion. I forgot that they had Supreme Verdict in the deck. We draw a Rejuvenator. Let's just flashback the Forbidden Alchemy. Go grab an Annoyed Altasaur or Devoted Druid? Let's grab the Devoted Druid. Like, sure, the Altasaur will be great next turn, but if it hits the we're really just counting on the Villainous Wealth at this point. Let's swing for 1. Drog Skull? Drog Skull. Oh well. Well, that's card. No blocks. Go down to 13. Vampire Sovereign. Pretty good. Cast Elvish Rejuvenator. There's the Villainous Wealth, so it's on the bottom 4. That's not really good for us. It's a problem now. Maybe I shouldn't have cast Rejuvenator knowing that we could have put Villainous Wealth on the top or bottom. Or on the bottom. For all we know, it could be our last card. Let's block. I think we need to preserve our life total a bit. Like, we still have the Grapple the Past near the top, I believe. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have just the Boiler Works left in the deck somewhere. Which I think we put it on the bottom at some point. Grapple with the Past. Perfect. Grapple. There's the Boiler Works wield. Let's go get Eternal Witness. Cast Eternal Witness. We don't want to run the risk of milling our Villainous Well, so let's just grab the Go for the Throat instead of getting a Extract from Darkness. And the Miss Meadow Witch is so annoying. because they can just flicker the Drogskol Reaver with 4 mana up and then just fizzle to go for the throat. Just can't really do much here. You just gotta hope that Villainous Wealth is gonna be one of our next few cards. It's not gonna be the next one, I can guarantee that. Block the Eternal Witness. We have no lands left in deck, so we're guaranteed spells. Two, three, four. Relief Captain. Yep. Alrighty then. Agony Warp, okay. Kill that. And then we can kill the Drogskol. Drogskol is now dead, unless they have God's Willing. Of course they have God's Willing. Why wouldn't they? Well, that's game then. Final round. I'm going to be extra careful and get a snip of my deck real quick so we can know exactly what's in our deck. And do we want to run anything else? I think I like Mana Leak on the draw, or on the play. And then we can cut a Quaddle since it's not blocking much, especially with First Strike. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, we conceded there because they can just flicker the Relief Captain and then kill us. So no top deck would have done it. I mean, the Mistletoe Witch does until end of turn, until the next end step, so I guess we could have gotten one draw, but I'm not sure how we could have won from... maybe that was a early concession there. We could have maybe stolen the game. This looks like a good keep. Play a Cryptic Spires tapped, and pass a turn. They play their own Cryptic Spires. We will cast a Secret Squire. And we hit a Devoted Druid. Let's put that on top of our library. And pass the turn. Any card draw is welcome. They cast Secret Squire, I'm guessing? Seeker of the Way, my bad, not Secret Squire. Let's Elvish Rejuvenator. Put Extract from Darkness, Mole Drifter, Annoyed Altasaur, and Carrier Thrall on the bottom in a random order. Annoyed Altasaur, Thrall, Extract, and Mole Drifter. And then we'll swing for 2, because if they cast a non-creature spell, then they can swing through anyway. Let's pull this up. So bottom cards are Annoyed Altasaur, Extract, Mole, and what was the last card? Dang it, I can't remember. Yeah, Carrier Throw, that's what it was. Okay, they cast a Bondkin. And swing for 2. Yeah, sure thing. Vampire Sovereign. We don't have double green or double black as a problem here, so we can't cast it just yet. We'll play a Devoted Druid and pass the turn. They outlast the Bondkin. That's good for us. Glow Spore Shaman. Enters battlefield, mill. Brindleshow and 2 Swamps. We'll put one of them onto the top. And then we'll swing for 2. Do they have God's Willing? Of course they have God's Willing. Yep, God's Willing. Sure thing. Sure thing. Prop black, lifelink, all that jazz. Let's see. We can block, like, we can chump block the Bonkin, then trade with the Shaman. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, like block here and then chump block the Bonkin, maybe. Yeah. They gain some life and we pass. Did I forget to play my land there? No, I played my land. They're missing land drops though, which is good for us. If they have another God's Willing or a Battlefield promotion. Annoying, but fine. It now has Super First Strike. Play Swamp. Vampire Sovereign. Drain for a bit. Swing for 1. And pass the turn. Yeah, we're definitely looking for Villainous Wealth here. Relief Captain. Well, now we can't block any of these creatures, which sucks. We're definitely going to have to go for the throat one of them. Forbidden Alchemy, I like that. Go grab a Eternal Witness. Yeah, let's go grab Ewit. And go cast Ewit. Grab Forbidden Alchemy. Let's keep digging. Yeah, I like re-grabbing Forbidden Alchemy. Yes. No attacks, and let's just kill it now before they have an option to have God's Willing on the battlefield. Let's kill the Bonkin. So we got some jump blockers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, so we can Villainous Wealth for 6 if we find it next turn, if we top deck it. Mole Drifter, Noidal Sorthrol, and Extract on the bottom. They swing. We jump block. Damage happens. And then Emil the Blessed. Cast Forbidden Alchemy. Agony Warp. That can help. Sorta. Grab the Agony Warp. Play the Boiler Works. Bounce Force back to hand. And pass the turn. They have 5 mana now, so they can cast the Settle Beyond Reality. Settle Beyond Reality. Yep. That happens. They support. Yep. We're gonna take 2, and we just have to hope for something off the top. -3. We actually could have killed Emil. Yeah, that was probably a mistake there. Flashback. We can get Grapple with the Past. What can that get back? A Deranged Assistant for jump blocking? A Brindleshote, even better. Go get Brindleshote. Cast Brindleshote, but I'm still dead. Yeah, GG's. I think we made some misplays there, but oh well. Anyway, if you enjoyed my content, please consider making or putting a like or subscribe. It means a lot. And I hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't one of our better decks. There definitely were some other open lanes, but it was still fun to draft. And I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.